What's up, guys? Evan Aldo here. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano today. So, in the exclusive Discord, we had a scalp long entry, first loser in a while. It came within $4 on FEMEXC of hitting the take profit. On Coinbase, it would have been a winner, judging how high it went on Coinbase. Kind of like sometimes you think the leverage exchanges know where your take profits are, so they don't let you get up to that price. I don't know about Binance Futures or FTX. Let me know in the comments below. What exchanges do you like the most for leverage trading? Let me know, because sometimes Coinbase or sometimes FEMEXC and BITGET get a little weird with the in terms of following Coinbase. So you can't win them all, obviously. Importance of risk management. That's the first loser in a long time here. And we made up for it. Bitcoin scalp long entry hit 2 take profits this morning. There was a nice 10-minute divergence, 10-minute bullish divergence, bouncing off a spiral line. So kind of a no-brainer there. That was a very high probability of winning that trade. And just letting that ride for now. If you're interested in the exclusive Discord, some of my exclusive TA, take profits, entry points, stop losses, all that, check it out. Link in the description below. So let's get into it. So I want to start on the 2-week for Bitcoin right now. So your VWAP is curving up. Kind of the last time this happened was over here, signaling that we were basically bottoming out or getting to the bottom in the macro level. This is kind of the same deal. Your money flow is starting to curve up, so that's a good sign. Obviously, if it plays out this way, it would bring us up to around 75K, 130% increase from the bottom here, which would be great. And I think there's a decent probability of that happening. The weekly, green dot still, and there's a hidden bullish divergence. Talked about this before. Not as strong as a regular bullish divergence, but it's still something. From here to here, price is going higher as momentum is coming down. Usually continuation of the current trend, of the macro trend going upward. So yeah, your 3-day looking good with the snake eyes. Talked about this a million times so far. This hasn't happened since 2011 for Bitcoin. And you're in the red. Previous times we've been in the red on the 3-day, we've come up a lot, quite a bit. So there, and then here not so much. Here it didn't work out. You came down more, but you did have a nice little pump. So here I think there's a good shot, especially with the RSIs curving up too, kind of how they were curving up back here. Good shot. We come up farther. And going on to some of your lower time frames, this is more of the bearish case a little bit on the daily. Your VWAP is curving down, and it would make sense to have a little bit of a pullback here. On our way up back in when things were looking similar back in July, we had this was probably about a 10% pullback back here. Yeah, 10, 11%. And it would, at some point here with the red dot, it would make sense to have maybe we come up to 47K and then a 10% pullback right back to 41 or something like that. We do have a big spiral line at 42K, which is what I'm looking at. That's a major point to look for a long, and then the major point to look for a short right now. This spiral line coinciding with this 4-hour high volume area, 47K even, big place. I'm looking for a short right now. And your 12-hour still looks pretty strong. May get a green dot with this VWAP curving up relatively soon. I feel like we could get something like this where you've been in the green for quite a bit more. This would take us up a crazy high amount. It's probably going to take longer than this amount of time, from just September to just a month, to come all the way back up to 60K or whatever. But as I've been saying, we could come up to 47K. Highest I could kind of see us coming up by the end of the month, if you guys are curious, probably this area, 54, maybe a wick up to 55, maybe. Anything straight up higher than that without any healthy corrections, not the best thing. However, big news with inflation coming out. Like I've been saying, you can't just hike interest rates a little bit just to curve inflation that much. Highest inflation since the 1980s, so that is huge for crypto. It's kind of almost like this Fed hikes was just orchestrated by the higher ups to just kind of get people to sell their Bitcoin and sell all these things so the big boys could buy the stocks. The big boys could buy it at lower levels. Who knows though? Your 8-hour green dot looks like a nice bullish continuum. That looks pretty good in my opinion. Your 4-hour, you may get a bearish divergence relatively soon. Does look a little overheated, so that could be the bearish case, especially with the daily VWAP curving down. You could curve down and retest 42K, big level I'm looking at right here, 42K. So yeah, that's a more bearish case. I am leaning still a bit more bullish. All my trades right now are just locked in profit. I'm just looking, maybe to add a new trade. This line, good place for maybe a scalp long, or the 47 I've been talking about, this area for a scalp short at least. And some of your lower time frames, you are getting a bearish divergence on your 15-minute right now. That could bring us back down to this level, but you're not hitting any major point up here at 45.5, so I wouldn't be going short at the moment. Ethereum. So this is Ethereum's probably looking a teeny bit more bearish than Bitcoin, which is maybe indicative that we're heading to a correction soon, maybe. Your weekly is the same. That's a hidden bullish divergence. Your 2-week, I believe, is curving up as well, just like Bitcoin. Yeah, starting to curve up. This is lower. The VWAP hasn't been this low since, this is actually really bullish. VWAP hasn't been this low since, where was, yeah, this area when we when we crashed at the end of our previous bull run. But that was when things were a lot, or that was 2018 previous bull run. That was when things were a lot. I don't think we're going to crash another 50%. We could. Anything could happen. We could, just continue lower. But I think in all likelihood, we will continue higher based on, a lot of other things, fundamentals and all that type of stuff. So your weekly, as we talked about, your 2-day, your RSIs are curving back up kind of how they were back here, which looks really good. It would make sense to have some type of a pullback. However, back here, you came straight up basically for just Ethereum all the way to this level, which the same percentage for that, I don't think it'll repeat exactly, but it's a 90% jump out of nowhere, basically. 90% right to that level, 4,100. So maybe if you do repeat that, maybe 4,000, 4,100 by the end of the month. That's kind of the highest I could possibly see us going. If Bitcoin goes to 55K, yeah, that's definitely possible by the end of the month. Trend reversals do happen quickly, but I would like to see some type of healthy pullback. Do you have a confirmed bearish divergence here on your 16-hour? Your 8-hour confirmed bearish divergence. This isn't happening on Bitcoin, which is interesting. Your RSIs are pretty high here. Usually when they get this high, there is some type of a pullback usually. So it wouldn't surprise me if we do have pullback here at some point. The 33.5 fib level is big, and you're getting, it looks a little overheated on your 4-hour. There's a confirmed bearish divergence, so we're confirming bearish divergences all over. However, you're in a strong uptrend, so you want to be more greedy with the longs in general and more conservative with your shorts. Money flow coming out in the 15 looks like it's trying to come out down a little bit more. So I could see a retest of this general area, but for right now, just patiently waiting, keeping in my my longs, and just looking for the next place to go long or short. And ADA, let's talk about Cardano. I think it's definitely holding some support at this fib level right here. So green dot on your weekly, and not a divergence on the weekly here, but hitting off of this major point and hitting here and the green dot, and your RSIs are curving up a bit, which is good. The last time the RSIs were this low was kind of here, and it curved up a lot more. I mean, there's just not enough data. It hasn't been around enough on the weekly to really see, but nice divergence on your 3-day. RSI is very low, curving up a bit. Last time RSIs were this low was way back when, negative 10 cents. I'm just kidding, but very, very low numbers. Money flow crossover on the daily, while the weekly, like we said, while the weekly is printing a green dot. That's huge. That's why I'm swing long on this. It's slightly in the red right now, but I do think there's a good shot we could come up to maybe $1.30, maybe $1.50 based on this money flow crossover. If it plays out like this, I mean, look what happened the last time on the money flow crossover in the daily. That was huge. Let's look at your 8-hour. It's looking pretty good. Money flow generally coming up. Money flow crossover. About to get another green dot. It looks pretty good. 4-hour, still well into the green. Divergences are not even divergences. So that was no bearish divergences yet, really, in my opinion. And a little trigger waves on the hourly, the 2-hour, and your hourly. You're in the red a little bit. Last time we were in the red a little bit right here, pumped up. I think we could repeat that pattern, come up to $1.30. It is definitely in the cards. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. It means a lot. Please subscribe to the channel. If you are new, check out my exclusive Discord for some of my trades and all that. Link in the description below. If you want to get Market Cipher, link in the description below. Use my discount code to get 15% off. If you want to get my trading course, I think it's going to help you out a lot to learn how I interpret Market Cipher, how I make my trades, take profits, stop losses, why I think the majority of people fail at this, risk management, all of my secrets, should I say. Link in the description below. There's a nice coupon code down below. I think I'm going to stop that pretty soon, so get in while it's hot. And yeah, some one-on-one coaching sessions, link in description below through the Market Cipher Academy if you're interested. And guys, FEMEX, BITGET, there are some good deals going on right now. If you want to create a new FEMEX account, want to create a new BITGET account, check that out below. You could get a nice bonus for depositing, and you could just use that bonus to trade. I believe, I'm sure there's some withdrawal fees or whatever, transaction fees, transferring the money in and out. But you could basically trade with some free money in the beginning if you want to just test it out, I think. All right, guys, have a good one. Goodbye.